Everybody, we'll start off with the coach's statement, and then we'll go straight to the student athletes. We will complete our questions with the student athletes, release them, then coach will stay here and finish for this portion. So, Coach, would you like to have an opening statement?
Sure. What I want to do is thank our fans. I mean, they were amazing. I mean, it was Hawkeye Carver Arena North up here. It was amazing to go out there and see all the Hawkeye fans, and we're so thankful for that kind of support. And obviously, we needed it today. Purdue came out, gave us a great battle. We shot the ball much better in the second half. I thought Gabby worked really, really hard on defense. I thought she did a great job for us. But, we got the ball in the paint better in the second half, and that was good. We move on till tomorrow.
Okay, do we have any questions for Coach, or for the student athletes, right now, from in the room?
For both of you, what was it about Purdue that made them kind of such a difficult opponent?
I think in March, everybody's kind of playing with a chip on their shoulder, you don't really want to go home, and sometimes maybe it can be to your benefit if you've already played a game on this court, we didn't play yesterday, but I thought they just played hard, honestly. You got to give them credit. They never backed down, especially when we got up, I think 15 or whatever it was to start the game. They responded. They tried different defenses. They tried to slow the game down because they knew we want to get push in transition. But I think the biggest thing is, they played hard until the final buzzer, so you got to give them a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, I got to echo that. The first game was always kind of hard because you don't really have a lay of the court. Our shoot-around wasn't here. This was literally our first time shooting in warm-up. So it's always tough like that. But, like Caitlin said, everybody gets to forget the regular season during this time and kind of find new life. So I think every team's just playing a little bit differently than they have before.
We need a microphone. Right behind you. You're okay. No apology necessary. We're all right.
What happened there in the second quarter? Things kind of bogged down a little bit offensively.
I think that's when they went to their box and one that they started to do. And I think, we didn't really run and cut to spots. I think we had too many turnovers, especially in the second quarter. And then we also didn't make some shots that we do usually make. But I think overall is, they just kind of changed up their defense and, they made some shots and we couldn't really push in transition as well. But, I thought we really responded in the second half. We weren't intimidated by the box and one at all. We got some easy buckets. Gabby really stepped up and made some huge shots for us. So got to give a lot of credit to her. And I thought Monica was really good inside too, and she got touches.
Caitlin, walk me through what happened on the technical.
Yeah, I was just kind of frustrated, and, sometimes your emotions get you, and that's what happens. But, I think I responded pretty well, and, it is what it is. That's just how things go sometimes.
What were you able to do in the third quarter to kind of create some separation there?
Yeah, I think we were really going in out. That was really good for us. I just think we were kind of separating ourselves in the way we were really reversing the ball, kind of taking our time, pushing in transition. We were just kind of reverting more back to how we know how to play, setting the tone of the game for ourselves. So I think it was nice to just kind of get back into the swing of things.
And also, I think our defense was good. 58 points, that's really good for us. So I want to give a lot of credit to our defense. I thought Gabby was tremendous. I thought Kate played hard. Mon played hard on the defensive end. So, holding them to 58 points when, our shooting isn't always there, I think that's really good as well.
Monica, do you have a count of how many family and friends you had here, and what was it like playing close to home?
It's so awesome. I'm so lucky that, like Coach Bluter said, this is like Carver 2.0. But it's really nice to have my family here, have kind of my last Big Ten tournament be in this type of environment. It's a whole lot of fun. I'm so lucky to be in the position I am, truly. So thanks, family, for coming. Love you guys.
Just kind of piggybacking off that, when you guys first found out that Big Ten tournament was going to be here, did you sort of instantly maybe vision what this crowd could be like for your favor here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely an easier drive than Indianapolis. But, you know, when we went there the last 2 years, we've been in the championship game, and we still have had a lot of fans show up there. So I only knew it was going to be better. Now, I'm not so sure I would have been, like, expecting both sides to be all gold today, and I know it's only going to be even more tomorrow. But it doesn't surprise me. The way they've supported women's basketball, you know, in my 3 years here and the time Mon's been here has been incredible. So it doesn't really surprise me by any means. And they're loud. They're into it. They know what's happening on the court. You know, they're not just here because I was here. They're here to cheer this team on and watch women's basketball and be invested in it.
Caitlin, you had 12 of your 22 points in the fourth quarter. Kind of just what changed for you there?
Yeah, I think most of those points came in transition. The buckets that I scored, I think I honestly got the rebound on every bucket I scored and pushed in transition. And to be honest, I think that's when we're at our best in transition offense. So I knew getting on the glass was super important because they were denying me and taking me away in the half court. And, you know, I missed a few shots that I usually make. You know, I had some open looks from three, some buckets around the rim that I usually finish. But you know, sometimes that's how it goes. So all I could do was respond, and I knew my team needed me, and we needed to, you know, create some separation. So it was nice to see those 2 threes go down for sure. But I think the biggest thing was, you know, we got stops on the defensive end. I got the rebound, and we pushed, and that's, you know, how I scored the ball.
Gabby's been hitting her shot really well lately. Is there anything that you've seen that's been different about her during this kind of hot shooting streak?
I think Gabby has always continued to work hard, you know, even when her shot's not going down. And I think it's the confidence that her teammates and Coach Bluter and our coaching staff continue to pour into her. You know, she was the highest percentage shooter on our team last year, and, you know, we've never lost confidence in her. And I think over the past, 8 games, she's shooting like over 60%, which is pretty incredible. So I'm happy for her. She, you know, she continued to work. You know, she never, you know, hung her head. And, you know, that's what we're going to need going down the stretch, her to make some big shots. But also, you know, her defense is always there for us. So, you know, that's never wavered at all. But it's awesome to see her get some shots to go down because, you know, we see how hard she works and, you know, she really puts in the time.
Coach, what was the kind of the speech?
We got to do
Oh, sorry.
student athletes first.
Oh, my
Yeah,
fault.
that's fine. Never mind. Anybody want to finish with the student athletes here? Anybody got any more questions? One more here.
To wrap up, Caitlin, I have to ask about the Grinches. What kind of caused you to bring those out tonight?
Yeah, I was kind of torn on what shoes to bring because I have so many, but I don't know. I went with those. I also brought my Bruce Lee's Kobe's, which, you know, have been good vibes, so I'll probably break those out tomorrow. So hopefully those will bring some good vibes for us too. But, you know, I like the Grinches. They bring a little fire. I like them.
Do we have any questions from the Zoom audience for the student athletes? All right, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Are you ready?
Don't ask me about shoes. I
Okay.
didn't know what, I
You
didn't
don't know
what
anything
any of
about
that
shoes?
meant, so.
Okay. Well, that's good. Any questions for Coach in here? Yeah,
Yeah.
go. Here, can you come? There you go. Yeah. That's okay.
So, Coach, my question was, what was kind of the speech at halftime to just twist the way you guys were going at it?
You know, we really talked about getting the ball in the paint. I think every time we got the ball in the paint, we were scoring on in-out threes or, you know, Monica scoring. She was 6 for 7. And we only had 10 paint points at halftime. We ended up with 28. And so we did a much better job of getting in the paint the second half. And really, I mean, you know, we talked about the second quarter. I mean, we were 2 for 10 the second quarter. That is so uncharacteristic of us. And so it was, you know, sometimes you have to chuck things up as an anomaly and you kind of move on, right? You just got to forget it and move on, and let's try to come out this second half and play a lot better, and I thought we did, the fourth quarter especially.
6 turnovers in the second quarter. Do you attribute that to nerves, or what do you think kind of led to that?
Yeah, I mean, I need to watch the film and make sure I really know. I mean, I don't know if it's nerves. I mean, we have a veteran team. It shouldn't be really nerves, but we did turn the ball over too many times. We only had 6 assists at halftime. That's not Iowa basketball at all. We ended up with 17, so again, we did a much better job playing our style in the second half. And first half was just a kind of, you know, getting our rhythm a little bit. The second quarter, the first quarter I thought was good. The second quarter, it's kind of strange, but again, halftime came and we fixed it.
You mentioned Gabby in your opening statement. What has she done like tonight and the past couple games that's really helped her shot?
Yeah, well, honestly, I mean, to me, shooting is just so much confidence. It's just confidence. And we just never let her doubt herself during the whole year. And we were never going to tell her to stop shooting the ball. We were never going to tell her, you know, she was doing something wrong, because she wasn't. It's just a confidence thing. And, you know, she's been on really well. The last 7 games, I think 8 games have been amazing for her. Tonight, her adjusted field goal percentage is 79%. I mean, that's incredible. And on top of that, she's playing great defense for us. She's working so hard defensively. So really proud of Gabby, and, you know, glad she decided to come back for another year.
Do we have any questions from the Zoom audience? Do we have any further questions from the assembled media here?
Thanks, you guys.
All right,
Appreciate
have a
it.
go, Coach. Was kind of what we're expecting. All right, so we'll have
Opening statement.
opening statements.
I'm ready
See,
for
you have?
I'm ready for you.
Then everybody in here knows what we're doing. We're going to do opening statement. Student athlete's going to take questions. We're going to let her go, and coach is going to stay and hammer out every detail you want to hear. Go ahead, coach.
Congratulations, Iowa, for obviously making it to semifinals. 7th place team in the country, best player in the country. But I could not be more proud of my group, of our group, and how hard we battled and fought. And I think we showed everyone that Purdue belongs.
Cassidy, it seemed like there to start the fourth quarter, you had a chance to cut the lead down to, I think, 5 or 3, and then the missed layup, then they hit the 3 and kind of took off from there. Is that how it felt to you guys too?
Yeah, some shots just didn't go our way. They didn't fall, and that happens. We got to find a way to, pick up our defense when shots don't fall. But, yeah, it's just kind of the way it went today.
Was there anything they were doing defensively to keep you guys out of rhythm and keep you from stringing together the makes?
I feel like it was, we could have made the plays. I think that we're more than capable of knocking down those shots. I don't think it was anything special that they did. Like I said, it just kind of wasn't our day from the outside. And then, yeah, we had some layups that didn't fall. It happens.
In terms of atmosphere, did that basically feel like a road game there tonight?
Yeah, we all knew it was, us against the world in there. They obviously travel super well, and it got really loud for them sometimes, but I think we handled it amazingly, and I think we were able to silence them a lot of times. So, like Coach said, I'm really proud of my team as well, and how we fought and how we were able to, come together despite everything against us.
Do we have any questions from the Zoom call? Any further questions for student athletes in here?
Seemed like defensively one bright spot was just you guys logging down inside. I think you had a bunch of blocked shots. It seemed like what were you looking to do? How were you finding that success, at least around the basket?
Obviously, one of our main focuses is Caitlin Clark, and so, trying to disrupt her and flying around and just trying to get the ball out of her hands. Obviously, she finds the open players sometimes, but again, I think we rotated super well, and yeah, we were able to get some block shots into the basket and kind of disrupt the other players when they were trying to score around the rim. So I think we did a really good job with, being aggressive on defense and kind of rotating and playing team defense versus individual defense.
Was there a point during that game when it felt like things were clicking for you offensively and that you kind of had a rhythm, a bit of a groove going?
Yeah, I think we started the second half really well, and we were all cheering out there for each other. We knew that we had to bring our own energy, and we could definitely feel that sometimes with, all of us high-fiving, all of us yelling, excited for whoever knocks down the shot. Like, it doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be Laisha. Like, whoever it is, like, we're all super excited as long as we're scoring. We just want to be in the game and give ourselves a chance to win at the end.
Any further questions for student athlete here? Thank you.
Love you, Fox.
All right, questions for Coach?
Katie, at the start of that fourth quarter, did that kind of feel like a backbreaker, so to speak, where the missed layup, then they hit a three-pointer on the other end and just kind of took off from there? Is that kind of how you felt it unfolded at the end?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. Thought we got a pretty clean look, and then they get out in transition. But I think really it was the third quarter for us. I don't know if it was a tied game or we had a lead, but for whatever reason, I thought we had done a really good job of trying to keep the ball out of Caitlin's hands in transition, making sure that they were outletting it to someone else, because she's just so dynamic in transition, and it makes them incredibly impossible to guard. But they're in the third quarter. There was a stretch where we just kind of lost our heads a little bit, and they were able to kind of take over the lead. And then the missed layup just magnified that on the other end. But give their kids some credit. They knocked down some shots. Like Gabby Marshall knocked down some open shots. They battled. They got a couple rim runs that aren't really. Coaches, you don't like those. But I'm super proud of our group. We were tough today. We challenged them to be tough, and I thought our group was pretty tough.
With the third quarter and what happened there, is it just the result of it just took so much to get there and to get the lead the way you did that there's just a momentary lapse and then a team like Iowa was able to exploit it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just just we lost our heads for a second, and I don't think Laisha had that was Laisha's role, and we took her out for a minute, and then I'll take responsibility because I didn't communicate who was supposed to do that, right? Laisha knew that it was her job, and then we sub in, and then I didn't do a good enough job of making sure the next person in that transition. That's on me. I've got to do better for my team because they were locked in to what we were trying to tell them to do. They believed in what we were trying to tell them to do, and they fought their asses off. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry.
I think you held them to 2 field goals and 6 turnovers in the second quarter. What were you guys doing defensively to muddy them up like that?
Yeah, we were tough. We mixed it up. I mean, the start of the game was awful for us, right? Like, you know, we do a good job and get the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands, and then Kate Barton gets a drive to a left-handed layup from the right wing, just stuff that we felt like we could control. It's 19-10 at the end of the first quarter. Talked to them at the end of the quarter, just hey, let's be tough, let's chip away at this, and we battled. We threw some junk at them, we mixed it up. In the second half, I felt like they got away from some ball screens because we were kind of blitzing and trying to get the ball out of Caitlin's hand, and they got away from those because I think in the first half we were able to cause some turnovers with our active hands. You know, Ricky and Ava did a good job inside of just being active and getting some blocks down there, like you said earlier. But you know, you got to be perfect and to be the top 10 team and basically a road game, and you know, we were pretty solid, just not good enough.
Think the girls, did they handle the environment, of what
Oh, yeah,
of
I
that
mean,
pretty well?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, obviously a road game for us, but we played in front of 11,500 at their place. We played in front of 17,000 at Indiana. We have 15,000 at our place. Played in front of 8,600 at Ohio State. I mean, just the women's basketball in the Big Ten has been really, really special in terms of attendance and the support. And we didn't expect anything different today, right? We knew what we were walking into, and like Five said, like it was going to be us against the world, and our kids battled their butts off.
An obvious question, but in terms of NCAA tournament resume,
Oh, we
believe it-
belong. We belong. I think we showed it. We finished 7th in the league, in a really, really tough league when we've got 5 teams. Did we still have 5 teams in the top 16 last time? And we finished 7th. We were unfortunate not to get the 2 games. We didn't play the Campbell game just out of having the back of respect for women's basketball for what all happened in Vegas, and then the tragedy at Michigan State. We lost that game, and I think that hurt our net a little bit because we won at their place. So I feel like our net could be a little bit higher if you get those 2 games played and you win them. But yeah, I think we showed we belong.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.